I'm Angela. Welcome to Just Me and My Fabric, or welcome back. If you're new here, I'm so happy that you stopped in. Today I have a pattern haul for you. Stay tuned. This past weekend, Joann's had Simplicity Patterns on sale for 99 cents, and I couldn't pass that up. So I stopped in and I did pick out a few, 7 to be exact, and I'm going to show you which ones I picked out. Before we dive in, let me preface by saying for most of these, I don't have specific plans yet, but I couldn't pass up 99 cents. They're all patterns that I've kind of been eyeing but wasn't sure, so I just held off. And even when patterns go on sale for $1.99, that's pretty good. But if I'm kind of on the fence, I'll still probably pass if it's $1.99. But if it goes down to 99 cents, I may go ahead and just take the bite. The first one that I picked up is 8654, and how cute is that? It comes with the little tie front top, some sort of loose like culotte style shorts, and a skirt. I thought it was so cute, and this to me is something that I would likely probably just wear on vacation, just because it's really kind of outside of my comfort zone, but I could see wearing this on like a sunny beach type vacation. So really cute. I'll show you the line drawings real quick. And if you're interested, the suggested fabrics, there's quite a few. I'll read them all to you. Challis, chambray, cotton types, linen types, lightweight poplin, lightweight sateen, silky types. So it gives you, a good selection there. You could vary it up quite a bit based on the fabrics alone. Next is 8790, and this has several variations. I'll show you the line drawing. So it has sort of a tunic, and then the other three, they're still tunics. Well, actually, I think the first one is more of like a tunic slash dress. In fact, that's what the model has on, and she's wearing it as a dress. I pretty much got it for more of the shorter length tunic that I could wear with jeans or with pants, other pants. And fabrics, of course, stretch knits only, jersey, novelty knit, stretch velvet, that sounds nice, lightweight sweater knit. Yeah, it looks something casual, kind of like my style for everyday clothes. I could see me getting a lot of wear out of this. Next is S8843, and this is a cute little jacket. I've only ever made outerwear, I think, once. So that's something that I take that back. I made a fleece jacket years ago, and I wore the heck out of that thing. And then since then, I've made a couple of capes or poncho style garments, but really never anything quite this complex. You can see it has the drawstring waist, and you can do it with hood or without. And I thought it was interesting that on this view they chose, looks like a see-through. I don't know if that's sort of a raincoat type material. No, it's organza. So interesting. I can tell you I definitely will not be doing that view. Nothing against it, but definitely not something that I could see myself ever wearing. I really like it more for just a standard kind of jacket like that. And fabrics called for: cotton types, gabardine, lightweight denim, linen types, twill, and lightweight wool types. I think this would look good in a twill. So yeah. Next up is S9328, and this is really sporty looking. This is a knit dress and top, and I love the view C that the model's wearing with the long sleeves. It just looks so sporty, comfortable. Just throw it on with a pair of sneakers, and you're good to go to run your errands or do whatever you feel like running around. And this, of course, is for stretch knits only, such as activewear knits, Bamboo Interlock ITY jersey. And I think when I do get around to making this, I'm going to take that as an opportunity to use a fabric that I don't think I've ever worked with, maybe sort of an activewear type of knit or sporty knit. Next up is S9436. This is a women and children's version of an apron. So cute. I do have a couple of aprons that I do enjoy wearing, but what I love most about this one is the way that it crosses in the back. You can see that. So I think that's kind of interesting. I don't think that there's actually a tie on that. So yeah, so I've never had an apron like that, and I'm curious to see how that wears. I'm sure this is very, very simple to sew up, but like, how is it to wear an apron like that that doesn't tie in the back? Does it stay put? Is it practical? Yeah, from what I can tell, I don't see that there's a tie on this at all. So I think the fact that it's crisscrossed in the back just kind of keeps it in place. Next up is S9472, and it's just a skirt, and I've got many skirt patterns. What I love about this one, and really the reason that I got it, is views C and D that have that the flatter panel around the waist, kind of like a yoke, and then it's the fuller part, like the body of the skirt is gathered up and it's pretty full. I really love that. I like full skirts, but sometimes they can just be a bit too voluminous and make me look heavier than I already am. But I think having that the top portion kind of flat, if you will, or more fitted, I guess that's a better word, probably would minimize that, but you would still get the fullness lower down. That's my thought anyway. It looks really, really easy to make, and the fabric's called for challis, charmeuse, cotton blends, crepe de chine, double georgette, silky types. Yeah. And lastly, we have S9481. It's another jacket pattern. I'm kind of sensing a theme here, and I'm really looking towards broadening my sewing skills and taking on some more complex projects, and I think that these coats and jackets are the perfect way to do that. This looks like it could be kind of a raincoat even, at least based on what the fabric of the model's version there is. It does call for activewear knits, cotton nylon, fleece, poplin, and ripstop. So lightweight, very sporty. Yeah, and I think depending on which fabric you chose, it could act as a raincoat. There's the adults and teens and children's versions. And they both, like, no matter which one you choose, they all have hoods. When I went to Joann's specifically to get the patterns, my husband went along with me just for the ride, and it was pretty funny. He was teasing me like a couple of times about getting 7 patterns, because that's a lot, and that is a lot. I don't normally get that many at one time, but 99 cents. So my standard response to him when he teases me about patterns is, when my pattern cabinet's full, that's when I'll know when to stop. Or to unload some of them so I can get new ones. When I say pattern cabinet, in case you're wondering, I'll give you a little backstory on that. When we bought our house almost 10 years ago, the man that we bought it from, he actually built the house and lived here for 15 years, and he is an antiques collector, and I think since then he's actually opened an antique store. And he hadn't lived in the house for maybe 4 or 5 years before selling it to us. So he had kind of used it as a storage place for all of his antiques that he would pick up here and there. We do have a small barn, and the barn was full of antiques when we came to look at the house. So he took all of that with him, of course. He did leave a few things behind. He asked us if we were interested in certain things. I guess that he didn't have any care to transport with him. So he left us a couple of things that we said we would like to have. And one of those was a sewing pattern cabinet. And I'll show you just a quick picture of it. And I do plan to do a studio tour soon, so I'll go into a little more detail then. But at the time, I thought I had hit the jackpot. It looks like this was an actual McCall's pattern cabinet at one point. So how cool is that? I'll show you guys. Hang on. I'll take you guys over here and show you the pattern cabinet. You'll kind of get a little glimpse of my sewing room / office. And so here's the cabinet, and I have my printer and some printer paper sitting on it now. Before we look at the cabinet, just to give you a little lay of the land, so that's my desk, my computer, and then my sewing machine is down that way. So the cabinet, it looks as if it was an official McCall's pattern cabinet. It is metal. At first I thought it was wood when I first saw it, and how nice would that be? I'm not complaining though. It's metal for sure, with just this I guess that's a laminate or something that's on there, but it even has the little slots where you would put the pattern numbers, like the range of pattern numbers that you have stored in there. And it has 6 drawers, 7 drawers. I don't have it full. It's about half full of patterns, and then the drawers at the bottom, a couple of them are empty, and then one I have some other kind of like bookkeeping supplies in there. But yeah, 4 of these drawers are almost completely chock full of patterns. I'll show you just the top. So this is, okay, so this is not full, but these are Butterick. I kind of keep my patterns sorted by pattern company and then in numerical order within that. You can imagine how excited and happy I was when he said he would leave that for me. It was like winning the lottery or something like that. I couldn't have been more overjoyed, and I'm so thankful to have this now. It's so nice. And if it's something that you guys would be interested in, I could do a whole video showing you how I catalog and organize my patterns. It is definitely an electronic system. I use Evernote, and I will show you how that all works. I've seen a number of different ways on YouTube that people catalog their sewing patterns, whether it's paper, old school, or some system on the computer. There's a number of different all very good ways to do this, so that you know exactly what you have, and you can lay your hands on whichever pattern that you need at any certain time. So I can show you guys my system if you're interested. That could be like a whole video just going into the details of that. Just let me know. And that's about all I have. I hope you'll tune in Friday, when I should have my very first episode of Friday Sews. And I'm still a little hesitant or maybe uncertain about the flow for Friday Sews, where I don't really have a specific topic or information to share with you guys. It'll maybe just be more of like a fun kind of hangout. That's how I'm going to look at it. We'll see how that goes. So I hope you'll tune in for that. And thanks so much for watching. And until next time, bye.